spotlight in the video. Okay. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're going to be doing some throat chakra stuff today. Record on this computer. Okay. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. If you have a yoga block and you want to sit on your yoga block, you're welcome to. You can also, if your hips are feeling a little tight and you want to put some support underneath your knees, you can also put some support underneath your knees. Palms can face up if you want to receive a little extra energy. Palms can face down if you want to see some grounding energy. Erin's rubbing her palms together if anybody wants to get some heat or energy in between their palms and maybe place on their body. You're welcome to. Just find some comfort and find some ease. You can close your eyes when you're ready, and if closing your eyes doesn't feel comfortable and you want to just keep your gaze down and low, you're welcome to. Just start by checking in with your body. Take a couple of deep inhales and deep exhales. Just notice how your body feels. No need to change or shift anything. And take a big inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Deep inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. One more inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Start to connect to your Ujjayi breath, your inhale and exhale through your nose. And allow your Ujjayi breath to be your guidance throughout your practice today. If your mind starts to wander or your body starts to feel a little tight from certain poses, reconnect to your Ujjayi breath. And as I mentioned, we'll be working with the throat chakra today. And as you can probably guess, the throat chakra governs our truth, our authentic voice, our communication. It also has to do with our self-control, our expression through our voice, our honesty, and our truthful relationship with self. So moving throughout your practice today, be in tune with your throat chakra, be in tune with how your body feels, making sure that you take the modifications and the variations that is true to yourself and true to your body where you are right now. And the color of our throat chakra is a light blue. Sometimes it's a little turquoisey. So visioning colors that are things that are a light blue color or turquoise, maybe the ocean or your favorite shirt or a picture or a painting. And again, if you notice your mind wanders and you start to think of other things, as you refocus on your Ujjayi breath, also focus on your throat chakra, blue things that will help you pull energy into your throat chakra. And take one more inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Slowly slowly flutter your eyes open as you reconnect to your Ujjayi breath. And then bring your hands to face down onto your lap if they're not already there. Inhale, pull your chest forward, pinch your shoulder blades together, and really let your head drop back behind you so you can open up your throat. And then exhale, contract, drop your chin to your chest, let your head fully relax. You can pull your chest back so you can feel your arms straighten, so you can get a nice stretch behind your shoulder blades. Inhale, pull your chest forward, open up your throat. And exhale, contract. And twice more, inhale, open up. Let your head drop as far back as you can, exhale. And one more, inhale, open up your heart as well as your throat. Let the crown of your head fall back. And then exhale, lean back. Let your head relax. And then come into a neutral tabletop position. I'm going to turn to the side, but you don't have to. Allow your palms to face up and drip your right ear over to the right side. Imagine you have a little like pillow underneath your neck that you want to lift up and over. Sometimes we just crank our neck down, but see if you can find some length as you let your right ear drip over to the side. Soften your shoulders down your back. And keeping your head on this angle, start to drop your chin towards your shoulder and then reaching your chin up towards the ceiling, just kind of rotating your head on this axis point. And if you feel like that's uncomfortable and you want to just hang your ear over to the side, you can do that as well. Remember, being truthful to yourself. It's also very common when we work with throat chakras that you feel like you need to clear your throat or maybe have some cough, like dry cough. So if you need a glass, if you like ever need a sip of water or you feel like you need to just pause and cough some energy out, totally normal. I'm probably going to be doing that myself. One more, inhale. And then exhale, slowly lift, find length, and then lift your left ear over to the left side. Soften your shoulders down. Just imagine some water dripping out of your ear. Pause here for a moment. Feel the gentle stretch on the right side of your neck. And then start to turn your chin down towards your shoulder and then lifting your chin up towards the ceiling. Whatever feels most comfortable. Maybe it's a small movement of your chin. Maybe it's a really big movement of your chin. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Keep allowing your ear to drip over to the side. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly come back to center. Pause for a moment, feel the alignment of the crown of your head all the way down to your tailbone. And then walk your hands forward into your tabletop position. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Allow your shoulders to puff up towards the ceiling. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down, look up. Because we're focusing on throat chakra, find a little bit more pull of your chest forward. Maybe really jet your chin forward. I don't often say that in class. One more inhale. Exhale, cat pose. Curve and round. Let your head hang heavy. Look in between, or look towards your belly button. Inhale, cow pose. Pull your wrists towards your knees to help open up your chest. Exhale, cat pose. One more, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Go ahead and have a seat on your knees. Just pause, or have a seat on your heels. Pause for a moment. So we're going to do cat-cow again, but we're going to incorporate lion's breath. So lion's breath is typically you're sitting in this posture. You have a deep inhale and a strong exhale. And on your exhale, you stick out your tongue. You look your eyes up towards the ceiling. And there's a very loud, audible, like a roar, lion's breath. So we're going to incorporate lion's breath in our cat-cow. No one's watching you. I know sometimes the ego can think like, oh, this is silly, this is stupid. No one's watching you. But I'll just show real fast. So we'll start with our cow, or we'll take a soft inhale, and then we'll exhale into cat pose. And then we'll inhale into cow, and as you inhale into cow, you'll stick your tongue out and look up, so it'll look like this. And then you'll have, so we'll be breathing on the opposite. We'll be exhaling on the cow and exhaling or inhaling on the cat, so it might feel a little bit strange, but have fun with it. Let some energy out, let your voice out. Okay, so take a soft inhale and take a soft exhale. And then inhale, round your spine into cat pose. Let your head drop down. And then exhale, cow pose, lion's breath. Stick out your tongue and roar. Look up towards the ceiling, let all of your air out, all the way out. And then you can have a soft inhale on your cat pose. Maybe a soft exhale, we'll hold it here. And then inhale again. Exhale, lion's breath, cow pose. Soft inhale as you transition into cat pose. Soft exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale, cow pose with lion's breath. And then cat pose around your spine. And when you're ready, you're going to tuck your toes and press back into your downward facing dog. You can bend your knees one at a time, maybe shake your head no, let your shoulders relax. If you need to widen your down dog, you can. If you need to soften your knees, you can. Really press your hands into your mat, push your shoulders back. Hold for one more inhale. And then exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Slowly walk your feet all the way forward to the top of your mat, into your forward fold. Let your head relax. Pour the weight out of your head into your toes. If you want to hold on to the outside of your elbows, you can. If you want to interlace your fingers for a chest expansion, you can. Or maybe interlace your fingers at the nape of your neck to help elongate through the top of your spine. If you have yoga blocks, you can also place your hands on your yoga block if you want. We'll hold for one more inhale. And then exhale, release your body, bend your knees, look at your belly button, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and smooth and controlled. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. This time, tuck your chin to your chest and allow your head to roll all the way down. If you have your yoga block, grab one of your yoga blocks. If you don't have a yoga block, no worries. Just bend your knees so that you can firmly press your hands to the ground. If you have a firm pillow, you can also place your hands on your pillow. So we're going to do a little upper spine release here in our forward fold. So your yoga block, you can have whatever height you want. You're going to pour a little bit more weight into your hands. Really let your head relax and start to push your weight into your hands like you're going to make an indent into the floor, into the block. Really emphasize your spine pushing and rounding up towards the ceiling. So again, you're pouring your weight into your hands, pushing firmly into your block or your mat, and you can bend your knees as much or as little as you want. Feel how your upper spine can release just a little bit more as you pour and push into your hands. Good. Really let the back of your neck relax. Hold here for one more inhale. And then exhale, slowly soften and release. You can slide your block out of the way, press your hands down, and step back into your plank pose. Spread your fingers nice and wide, puff your shoulders up towards the ceiling, draw your belly button in. Inhale, pull your shoulders forward. Exhale, slowly lower down. If you want to drop down onto your knees, you can. Slowly lower your stomach all the way onto your mat. Inhale, Sphinx Pose. Press your forearms onto your mat. Pinch your shoulders together. Scoop your tailbone under and reach your heart forward. Find length in your spine. And usually I say to bring your gaze over the tip of your nose, but see if you can pull your chin a little farther forward to find just a slight bit of stretch in your neck. Not necessarily that I'm reaching my chin forward, that I'm pinching the back of my neck, but I'm pulling my chin forward in space, not up towards the ceiling, just forward. Find a little bit more length. One more inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, hips go up and back. Good. Inhale, soften your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk, step, or lightly hop to the top of your mat into your forward fold. Let your head fully relax. Pour the weight into your toes. Just let your arms dangle. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length in your spine. Pause here and breathe. Anchor your shoulders down your back. Pull the crown of your head forward, away from your tailbone. You can hold on to your shins or your thighs, whatever feels comfortable. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold, and bend your knees. Look at your belly button. Slowly roll up. Articulate through your spine. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms high. Exhale, release your arms. Tuck your chin to your chest. Roll down. We're going to do our upper spine release once more. So grab your block if you have one, or whatever you're using for your block. Bend your knees if you need to. Really push into your hands. Feel how the more weight you can pour into your hands and the more you can push, the more release you find in your upper spine. Let your head relax. Hold here and take 2 more breaths. If you don't have a block and you're on your mat, see if you can bend your knees a little bit more to really push into your hands. Hold for 1 more inhale. And then exhale, release into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose. Step your feet back. Inhale, pull your shoulders forward. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Inhale, Sphinx Pose. Pull your chest forward. Pause here and take 3 deep breaths. As you breathe, I encourage you to find some movement in your head. Maybe you want to turn your head from one side to the other. Maybe you want to drop your chin to your chest. Maybe you want to make some circles. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Take a few more breaths here. And then on your next exhale, you can push back into your downward facing dog. Good. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Pause and take 2 deep breaths. Good. Inhale, soften both knees, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, walk, step, or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Let your head relax. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Heel toe your toes to touch. Bring just a sliver of space between your heels, but bring your toes to touch. Inhale, chair pose. Push your hips to the back of your mat as you extend your arms forward. Soften your shoulders down your back, and ideally your biceps reach towards your ears, but if you need to angle your arms a little bit, you're welcome to. Or if you're feeling any shoulder pain and you want to bring your hands to heart center, you can. Take a peek down at your knees. Make sure your knees are not hiding your toes. Push your butt back so that your knees are relatively more stacked over your shins. Good. Pause here for 1 more inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center and twist to your right. I'll twist to my left. Twist to your right about 50%. So you're using your core to twist over. Now start to press your hands together. Anchor your shoulders down your back. 1 more inhale. Exhale over to your left. Press your shoulders down your back. Find length in your spine. Make sure knees and hips still point forward. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, forward fold. Let your head relax. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Hug your elbows in as you lower down. You can lower onto your knees if you want. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pause here and take 2 breaths. Pinch your shoulders together. Pull your chest forward. Remember, your knees and your thighs want to lift off of your mat so you're not sinking pressure into your lumbar spine. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Pull your knee towards your chest and step your right foot forward. Pause here and take a couple of breaths. If you want to make some circles or if you want to rock forward and back, you can. If you want to drop down onto your knees or grab your yoga blocks, you can. Just pause and breathe here. And then find stillness. If your back knee was on your mat, lift your left knee off. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach your arms high. Pause here and take a few breaths. As you scoop your pelvis under, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Push your left heel back behind you, so all 10 toes point forward, and your left heel is just hovering off of your mat a bit. Make sure you're not sticking your butt out, so really scoop your tailbone under. Good. Now from here, you're going to reach your arms forward in space. Make your hands into fists to create some tension. Now punch your arms forward so you feel the backs of your shoulders open up. And now pinch your shoulders together so you feel your shoulders pinching towards one another. And again, reach forward and pinch back. And reach forward and pinch back. Good, and now come center. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears and press your shoulders down. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears and push your shoulders down. One more, lift up and push down. Good, now we're gonna make some circles. So punch your arms forward, feel your shoulders separate. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Roll your shoulders down, back, and again, punch forward, lift up, back, and down. One more, forward, up, back, and down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Spin your left foot down. Reach your arms forward and back. Engage your right inner thigh, so your knee tracks right over your ankle. Pull your lower abdominals in to support the length of your spine, and turn your gaze over to look towards your right fingers. Inhale, reverse warrior. Push your right knee forward as you reach your right arm up and over. Find a lot of length in your side body as you drop your tailbone down behind you. Find a gentle squeeze of your glutes, and then your left hand can very gently place on your left shin, or your left calf or your left hamstring, whatever feels comfortable for you. One more inhale. And then exhale, triangle pose. You're going to straighten through both legs. Tick-tock your arms to 12 and 6, reaching your right fingers down towards your right shin. If you have a yoga block, you can use whatever height feels comfortable for you underneath your hand. Push your right hip forward. Remember, it's like you're in between a very narrow hallway, so careful your tailbone doesn't stick out behind you. If you feel like your tailbone is sticking up behind you, I encourage you to lift your chest just a little bit, and that'll help you be able to press your hips forward. Take 2 more breaths here. With each inhale, find length in your spine as you pull the top of your head forward. With each exhale, find just a little deeper twist. Good. Inhale, reverse triangle. Your legs stay where they are. Push your hips towards the front of your mat as you reach your right arm up and over. Soften in your right shoulder. Feel the lift of your lower abdominals as you drop your tailbone down behind you. One more inhale. And then exhale, low lunge twist. You're going to cartwheel your left hand down, and your right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Good. Left hand down, right arm up, pause and breathe. Anchor your hips square to the front of your mat, relax your shoulders down. Good. Hold for one more inhale. And then exhale, place both hands down, step your right foot back, and then move into your flow. Good. Debbie, cartwheel your hands down to the mat, and then you can either move through your flow or step straight back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Yes. And let's take one collective breath here. Inhale through your nose. Seal your mouth, exhale through your nose. Inhale, lift your left leg high. And then exhale, low lunge. Pull your knee towards your chest, step your left foot through. Pause here and breathe. If you want to take some circles or maybe rock forward and back, maybe drop your right knee down. Just here. Take a couple of wiggles or movements, whatever feels comfortable for you. Good. And then if your right knee was on your mat, lift your right knee up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Pause and breathe. Relax your shoulders down your back. Tuck your pelvis under as you firmly push your right heel back behind you. Release any tension in your jaw. Good. Now you're going to reach your arms forward, make fists. Now we're going to take some circles in the opposite direction. So start by pushing your shoulders down. Pinch your shoulders together. Roll your shoulders up and forward. Again, down, pinch, lift, and forward. Oh, twice more. Down, pinch, roll, forward. Last time, down, pinch, lift, and roll forward. Relax. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Spin your right foot down. Reach your arms forward and back. Press your hips forward. So shoulders, ribs, and hips are all stacked in one line, looking over your right fingers. Good. Spread all of your toes nice and wide for a nice firm base. Inhale, reverse warrior. Press your hips forward as you reach your left arm back behind you. Relax your shoulders down. Pull your left fingers away from your left knee. Find a nice stretch in your side body. Your right hand is gently touching your right calf or your right hamstring behind you. One more inhale. And then exhale, triangle pose. Straighten through both legs. Pull your hips to the back and reach your arms to 12 and 6. You can use your yoga block if you have one or if you would like one. Remember, your hips are squeezing forward. Try not to let your butt stick out behind you. Pull your shoulders back so it's as if you're in between a very narrow hallway. Left hand is down towards your left leg. Right arm is up towards the ceiling. Good. Inhale, reverse triangle. Legs stay where they are. Reach your right arm down and left arm reaches back behind you. Pull your ribs back. Just a gentle touch on your right hand on your right leg. Use your core abdominals to lift and support your spine. One more inhale. And then exhale, low lunge twist, cartwheel your right hand down to your mat. Spin your right toes forward as you extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Pause here and take a few breaths. Enjoy the twist of your spine, especially a twist of your shoulders. Good. Hold for one more inhale. And then exhale, your choice. You can step back into your plank and move through your flow, or step straight back to downward facing dog. Nice. Good. Inhale, bend both knees, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Walk, step, or lightly hop forward. Let your head relax. Pour the weight into your toes. Inhale, halfway lift to reset your spine. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your toes to touch. Leave a sliver of space between your heels. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips down and reach your arms high. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and twist to your right. Maybe getting just a little bit closer to meet your knee, but not fully there, maybe 75%. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to your left, maybe 75%. Maybe you need to stay at 50 one more time, that's okay. Pull from your shoulders. Inhale, chair pose, reach your arms high. Exhale, forward fold, let your head fully relax. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose. Step your feet back. Inhale, pull your shoulders forward. Exhale, chaturanga. You can lower down onto your knees as you hug your elbows in. And then inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your knees and thighs off of your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring your hands forward. We're going to take our scapula circles once again. Make your hands into fists to create a lot of tension. Keep your arms straight the whole time. Your elbows are going to want to bend. Don't let them bend. Punch your arms forward. Roll up, back and down. Again, forward, up, back and down. Reach forward, up, back and down. Last time, forward, up, back and down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Pull your right knee forward as you reach your right arm back behind you. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten through both legs. Reach your right arm down towards your leg. If you have a block, you can place your hand on your block. And then inhale, reverse triangle. Keep your legs straight. Reach your left arm down. Your right arm reaches back. And then exhale, low lunge, twist, cartwheel. Your left hand down, spin your right toes forward. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Hold for one more inhale. And then exhale, your choice. You can step back into your plank. Maybe if you're feeling spicy, a single leg flow, or straight back into downward facing dog. There's no pressure. Do what feels most comfortable for your body. Remember, we're working on our true self. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, reach your hands forward, make fists. Now we reverse. Press your shoulders down. Pinch together. Roll up and forward. Again, down. Pinch. Roll up and forward. Twice more. Down. Pinch. Keep your arms straight as you roll up and forward. Last time. Down. Pinch. Up and forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, right hand onto your right leg. Exhale, triangle pose, both legs straight. Left arm reaches down towards your left shin. Inhale, reverse triangle, right hand reaches back, left arm reaches up, legs stay straight. Exhale, low lunge, twist, cartwheel, right hand down, left arm high. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, plank pose. Again, maybe a single leg flow, maybe no flow. Do what feels most supportive for you. Downward facing dog. Good. Take a couple of breaths here. Maybe some exhales through your mouth if that feels supportive. Take a break from your ujjayi breath if that feels supportive for you. Good. Inhale, bend both knees, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, walk, step, or lightly hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Set up for your chair pose. Bring your toes to touch. Leave a sliver of space between your heels. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips down. Reach your arms high. Exhale, prayer twist. Maybe you get your left elbow onto the outside of your right knee. Maybe that's where you are. Maybe you need to be lifted. Whatever feels supportive for you. Press your palms together. Anchor your shoulders down your back. Pause here for one more inhale. And then exhale up and over to your left side. Maybe you get your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Maybe you're lifted. That's okay. Press your shoulders down. Find length in your chest, in your collarbones. Find length in your throat. Good. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose as you jump or step back. Your choice, you can lower into chaturanga, or if you want to skip it and go straight to downward facing dog, you can. Inhale to upward facing dog, and then exhale to downward facing dog. Good. A slight change here. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Pull your shoulders forward into your plank pose. Let your head relax and really pull your knee in. Imagine you can kiss your knee. Hold here and breathe for 4, 3. See if you can pull your shoulders farther forward or pull your knee a little closer. 2 and 1. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Pull your knee towards your nose and then step your right foot forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, reach your arms forward. Make fists. We're going to take circles, reaching forward, up, back and down. Again, forward, up, back and down. Go 2 more on your own, same pace. So you're keeping your arms straight the whole time and you're letting your scapula do the work. Careful that you're not moving your spine at all, just your shoulder blades. And when you're done with your 4th one, inhale, crescent lunge. And exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Pull your right arm back. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, low lunge twist. Cartwheel your left hand down, right arm high. Pause and breathe. Good. From here, let me just move a little sideways on my mat. So you're going to rotate the right pinky toe down to your mat, and then option to twist to your side. So your left leg is straight. Your left pinky toe is going to rotate down. Option to bend your right knee for extra support so your right foot is on your mat. And then you're going to twist and try and open up. If you feel like you're ready, you can also flip around into a reverse plank. So you'll rotate all the way around. Your hands will come, you'll probably rotate off of your mat. Your hands will come behind you. You'll pinch your shoulders up and let your head drop down. So reverse plank, your fingers are facing away from you. Shoulders are puffing up. Or your right foot is on your mat and you're opening up your chest and your throat. One more inhale. And then be safe, however you need to. Place your hands back down into your plank. Option to move through your flow or straight to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, curve and round. Hold here and take some deep breaths. Try and squeeze your forehead towards your knee, round your upper spine as well. Try and kiss your knee, hold and breathe. One more inhale. Hold for your exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog, reach your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, pull your knee towards your chest and step your left foot forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, reach your arms forward, make fist. Now press your shoulders down, pinch together, roll forward and up. Down, back, up and forward. 2 more on your own. Keep your core nice and tight. This one's always harder for me to keep my arms straight, so really focus on punching your arms forward the whole time. And then inhale, crescent lunge when you're done. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Pull your left arm back. Exhale, triangle pose, straighten through both legs. Inhale, reverse triangle, right hand onto your right leg. And then exhale, cartwheel, your right hand down and your left arm high. Good. Now, whether you know you're going to go into reverse plank or not, rotate onto your right pinky toe, and then you can plant your left foot firmly onto your mat. Start to reach your arms back, or your left arm back behind you, and then if you want to roll all the way into your reverse plank, you can. You can let your head drop down, feeling a nice openness in your throat. If you feel like that's too much, don't worry about it. Be true to yourself and where you are right now. Hold for one more inhale. And then exhale, make your way back. Maybe you need to lower down onto your butt, or maybe you can flip your left foot over and then your left hand down and move through your flow. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Good. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, child's pose. Drop your knees down and reach your hips back. You have a couple of options here in child's pose. Option 1 is bring your toes to touch and your knees wide. Or you can come into a more traditional child's pose with your legs parallel. No matter where your legs are, you can keep your arms stretching overhead. Or if you want to reach your arms down by your side and let your forehead relax fully onto your mat, you're also welcome to do a more traditional child's pose with your arms down by your side. Good. Do whatever feels most supportive for you. Take a couple more breaths here. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes and reach your hips back. Let your head relax. Inhale, soften your knees, look forward. Exhale, slowly travel all the way to the top of your mat. Take your time, there's no rush. Let your head relax, pour the weight over your toes. Good. Now interlace your fingers at the nape of your neck. And just let the weight of your arms and your elbows pull the top of your head farther forward. You might find a gentle release in your upper spine, maybe in your neck. Good. And then from there, you're going to release your arms. We're going to come into gorilla pose. So gorilla pose, you're going to reach your hands underneath your feet. So you're going to slide your hands underneath your feet. So you can bend your knees as much as you need to. You really want to align your toes with your wrists. So if you need to bend your knees more to slide your hands closer, you can. So first, let's just wiggle our toes for a second and we can get a little wrist massage. So if you don't feel the wrist massage, that's an indication that you need to slide your hands closer underneath your feet. Good. Now you can keep your toes still. Make sure your head is fully relaxed, look in between your legs. Now, keeping your hands underneath your feet, you're going to push your feet against your hands as you try and reach your hands out to come standing. So it's a nice spinal release. Keep your tailbone tucked under. Really let your head relax. Pull your spine up towards the ceiling as if you're going to roll up into a standing position, but your feet are holding you down. Hold for one more inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Let your head relax. You can shake your legs out. Good. Bend your knees, look at your belly button, and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Whew. Okay. We're going to do folding forehead to knee pose. So you can bend your knees as much as you want. And sometimes our bodies are made that we can't actually get our forehead to our knee. But be very clear with your body if your chin or your nose is coming to your knee, but you know you could get your forehead to your knee. Just be aware of that, because sometimes it's just physically impossible. So you're going to bend your knees as much as you need to. You're going to wrap your hands around to your calves, and then you're going to round your upper body, and you can bend your knees to help, and you're going to curve your head to try and let your forehead touch your knees. And maybe they won't actually touch, but if you can get your forehead in line with your knees, then great. So maybe you don't actually touch, but they're in the same plane. That's okay too. And stay here and take a couple of breaths and play around with it. Maybe you need to lift your chest a little bit more so you can round your spine. Maybe you need to fold a little bit more. Maybe it's just a simple tuck of your chin to your chest. Maybe you need to pour your weight a little bit more into your toes. So be a little explorative here and figure out what you need to do. And remember, if you don't physically get your forehead to touch your knee, that's okay, but try and keep your forehead in the same line of your knee. Good. So you should feel a release in your spine. If you're tight in your hamstrings, you'll feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings as well. You're going to hold for one more inhale. And then exhale, release, slowly roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Take your time. That one can be pretty intense for our spine. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms high. Exhale, Samasti Tihi, bring your hands to heart center, pause here, and just breathe. Breathe and using your Ujjayi breath. You might notice your heart rate is elevated just a little bit. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. You can swan dive or you can articulate down, whatever feels comfortable for you. Inhale, halfway lift to reset your spine. And then exhale, plank pose. Press your hands down, step your feet back. You have the option, if you want to move through one more vinyasa flow just to kind of flush some energy out, you're welcome to. Or you can press straight back into downward facing dog. Whatever feels supportive for you. And then inhale, shift forward back into your plank position. Exhale, drop onto your knees and come up into a tall kneeling position. All right, so we're gonna do Camel Pose. We did Camel Pose last week and we were really focusing on the spinal release for the heart opener. And today, of course, since we're working on throat chakra, I really want you to find that extra release in your throat. So bring your hands to your low back. Let's all tuck our toes for a little extra support. Now bring your hands to your low back. Pinch your shoulders together, try and pull your elbows together. Use your hands to help push your tailbone down and tuck your pelvis under. You'll feel your glutes engaged and your lower abdominals engaged. Now, instead of reaching the crown of your head back, lift your chest up, puff up your chest, and then reach back. Maybe you stay here and let your head just drift down, opening up your throat. Maybe you reach your head a little farther back. Maybe you reach your hands down towards your heels and really let your head hang back. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Don't push your spine. If you feel any pain in your low back, I encourage you to come out of it just a little bit to make sure your core is engaged, your pelvis is tucked under, and don't be afraid to use your hands for support. Your hands on your low back can help you push down and find more length in your spine. Let's hold for one more inhale. And then exhale, take your time. If your hands are on your heels, bring your hands to your low back. Slowly come up. Untuck your toes. Allow your palms to face down. Pause for a moment. Release your neck, release your jaw, close your eyes. We're going to counter that stretch with rabbit pose. So you're going to reach your hands behind to clasp a hold of your heels. And then similar to the standing forehead to knee, you're going to lift your tailbone and round your forehead towards your knee. The top of your head, the crown of your head will come to your mat, but really focus on the tuck of your chin towards your chest as you reach your spine up towards the ceiling. It's almost like you want to do a somersault, but your arms are holding onto your legs, so you can't. So you're tucking your chin to your chest, you're pulling your butt up, almost as if you're going to roll into a somersault, but your hands are there to support. Good. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Take your time, roll up. Bring your hands onto your lap. Pause for a moment. Sometimes that can definitely elevate our heart rate. When you're ready, shift your hips towards one side and swing your legs in front. Good. You're going to, actually, I don't think we've talked about fish pose too much. So in a couple of poses, we're going to do fish pose. And since we're sitting upright, I'm just going to show you real quick. So I'll talk you through it when we come to it, but just so you have a visual. Your hands will make a diamond shape, and your hands will go underneath your tailbone. Similar as we just got in Camel Pose, you're going to pinch your shoulders together, puff your chest up, and then you're going to let your head drop back behind you. If you want to wiggle and get your head to really physically touch your mat behind you, you can. You can also float your legs if you want, but today I'm more focused on getting a puff of your chest so you can reach your head down to your mat, and then you'll come out of it by tucking your chin to your chest, releasing, and then lay flat on your back. Cool, I'll talk you through it a little bit later. Bend your knees, reach your arms forward, take a big inhale, and then exhale, articulate through your spine as you slowly roll all the way onto your back. Pull your knees in towards your chest, gentle rock from side to side. And then bring the soles of your feet to your mat. Inhale your arms down by your side. Exhale, bridge pose. Lift your hips up and reach your arms overhead as well. Let your arms touch the ground behind you as you scoop your tailbone under. Press your hips up. Inhale. Exhale, articulate through your spine as you roll all the way down. Twice more. Inhale, bridge pose. Reach your arms overhead as you lift your hips up. Exhale, articulate through your spine. Lower your arms down. Your tailbone is the last to touch last time. Inhale. Exhale, bridge pose. Scoop your pelvis under. Reach your arms overhead. Squeeze your butt. And then exhale, slowly roll her down. Roll down. And then windshield wiper your knees from side to side. So you have a couple of options here. Option one, if you have a yoga block and you want to come into supported legs up the wall, you can slide your block underneath your tailbone and extend your legs up towards the ceiling. If you have a pillow, you can also slide your pillow underneath your tailbone and reach your legs up. Also, option, if you have a wall close by, you can definitely do traditional legs up the wall. You also can do shoulder stand or plow pose. Shoulder stand, you'll pull your knees in towards your chest. Oh, right in the way. You'll pull your knees in towards your chest as you reach the tops of your feet, or the bottoms of your feet rather, up towards the ceiling. Plow pose, you're letting your toes touch behind you, interlace your fingers, or hold on to your low back. That is your choice. So if you want to be a little bit more supportive, legs up the wall with your block or your pillow, or you can find a wall or the back of your couch or something to do legs up the wall, shoulder stand and plow pose, you can also do. Just take a few more breaths here, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Maybe close your eyes if you wish. And on your next exhale, you can slowly release. Maybe hug your knees in towards your chest, maybe straighten your legs. Maybe bring the soles of your feet together and your knees wide. Just find a supportive resting position here. Take some deep inhales and deep exhales. Breathe into the space behind your shoulders and your neck. Good. And now we're our final throat opening pose, our fish pose. So you're going to bring your hands into a diamond shape underneath your tailbone. So you have to lift your hips and that your hands come underneath your tailbone. And now you're going to puff your shoulders towards one another, lift up onto your forearms, and then you're going to let your head drop down behind you. So you're pulling your chest up towards the ceiling as you let your head fall down behind you. If you want to wiggle your feet in a little bit closer to give you more of a counterbalance, you can. If you want to play around with floating your legs up, you can as well. But I'd rather you, as I mentioned before, I'd rather you focus on the lift of your chest and letting your head fully relax back. Good. Hold for one more inhale. Breathe into your throat chakra. And then exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Slide your arms out of the way and lay flat on your back. Pause here and breathe. Maybe shake your head no. Release your neck. Maybe even shake your head yes to find a little expansion and extension in the back of your neck and your throat. When you're ready, hug your knees in towards your chest. Inhale your arms out towards the side. Bring your legs into a tabletop position. Exhale, drop your knees to your right for a gentle twist. And you can turn your gaze over to your left fingers. If you want to place your right hand on the top of your left leg for a little extra guidance, you can. That's your choice. Whatever feels most supportive and comfortable for you. Just pause here in your twist. And take one more inhale. And then exhale, slowly bring your legs past through a tabletop position all the way over to the opposite side. Soften your shoulders down. Take 2 more breaths here. And take one more inhale. And then exhale, slowly bring your legs back to center. Maybe give yourself one more gentle squeeze. And then from here, you're going to transition into our Shavasana, our final pose. If you would like to slide your blocks underneath your knees for support, you can. If you have a more firm pillow or 2 blocks, you can also come into supported fish pose. If you want to bring your block under, or your pillow underneath your shoulders and your head, or you can have one block really tall in between, or it's actually the middle height, in between your shoulder blades, and then the tallest setting for your head. If the middle setting feels comfortable, you can. I personally feel like the taller setting is most supportive, and then arms will relax down by your side to help open up your throat. Good. And take a gentle scan of your body. Notice how your body feels. Remember how it felt in the beginning of your practice. Notice how you feel now. And then send your awareness to your breath. And then finally send your awareness to your throat chakra. Again, your throat chakra color is a light blue or a turquoise. Maybe you want to envision a clear blue ocean or a clear sky. Maybe something in your house or an item of clothing that is a light blue or turquoise color. just take a moment to focus your energy on your throat chakra. Keep envisioning the light blue or turquoise color. I'll give you about 60 seconds here. I'll tell you when it's time to come out. Until then, rest, breathe, focus on your throat chakra. Take a big inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Take another inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. One last inhale. Strong exhale through your mouth. If it feels comfortable, you can start to wiggle your hands and your feet. Maybe stretch your arms overhead. Pull your fingers and toes away from one another. Maybe move your jaw around, release some tension in your face. Take your time. When you're ready, roll towards one side. Let your arm be your pillow. And then use the strength of your arms. Keep your spine soft. Use the strength of your arms to slowly push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. You're going to bring your hands to heart center. Pause for a moment. Allow the thumbs to rest on your breastbone. Feel the warmth and the positive energy between your palms. And we're going to close our practice with one single Om. So we'll take a soft exhale all together. We'll inhale through our nose, and we'll have a strong, audible exhale. And as we exhale, we're saying the word Om. Technically, it's O-M-N, but go for as long as you can. No one's listening. I can't hear you. Enjoy my Om. All right, here we go. Inhale through your nose. Soft exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. Bow forward. Thank yourself for making it to your mat to work on your mind, your body, and your spirit. Until next time, namaste. Thank you, yogis. Whenever we do chakra work, I always recommend extra water. So drink extra water today.